All right. So first off, it doesn't seem like when I kind of check in with the national media, no one's really giving Michigan a chance in this game. What are your overall thoughts, and how does Michigan win this game?
I mean, it was the same thing last year, right? Nobody really thought Michigan had a shot, but they kind of do a good job of getting Ohio State to play their style of football. Running the football, controlling the clock, staying ahead of the change, physicality at the line of scrimmage, offensively and defensively. I think that'll be key. Situational football as far as winning the turnover battle. When you get into the red zone, touchdowns, not field goals, all those kind of things. Making sure you get a couple turnovers, like had a couple costly interceptions that they forced last year, and all that kind of helped them, come away with that 13-10 victory last season. So I think that same formula. Obviously, Bryce Underwood will have to have his best game of the year. But I think him utilizing his legs with Jordan Marshall and just controlling the clock, that'll open up the pass game. Andrew Marsh and some players on the outside. So I think just playing their brand of football. They've done a good job the last 4 years of kind of forcing Ohio State to, get in a phone booth and kind of getting that dogfight. And I think the recipe is the same again this year.
Speaking of Jordan Marshall, obviously he took over from Justice Haynes. What has he done that's kind of caught your eye so far?
I think just his overall ability, just in the run game. Everyone kind of thought that the run game would take a big hit when Justice Haynes got hurt, and obviously he's a really great player in his own right. But Jordan Marshall has just done a great job being able to run inside, being able to run outside, being able to break tackles, just being able to kind of shoulder the load for this offense. And that's why Michigan is in the position where they're at right now, where if they possibly win this game, I think that puts them into the playoff conversation. So just a great job by him, especially when you have a young quarterback who's trying to grow and learn and get his feet acclimated in his first year. He's done a great job of being able to be an asset for this offense, an asset for this team.
One of the things that people have talked about, and they talk about it every year, is the team that runs the football better in this game tends to win, going back to 2000. Do you think that still holds true? Obviously, Ohio State wants to throw more than it wants to run.
I think it's the mindset that comes with being able to win the run game battle. If you win the run game battle, you're the most physical, you're the tougher team, you're imposing your will on the other team. So do I think Ohio State, what they like to do, yes, they're fine, but at the end of the day, you have to be physical at the line of scrimmage in this game. This game is about physicality, toughness, imposing your will, and you've seen that over the history. The team that does that usually wins this game. So yes, Ohio State can play their style of football. They can throw the football, they can get it to Tate, they can get it to Smith, they can get it to their tight end, they can spread the ball out, get in space, but at the end of the day, they will have to be physical at the line of scrimmage, because there's going to be a time where you have to be able to run the ball. There's going to be a time where your line has to be able to protect Julian Sayin. So in my mind, in this game, you have to be the most physical team, you have to be the tougher team, and that's what that says. Usually, if you win the run game battle, you're the most physical, you're the tougher team.
I got two quick ones for you. Number one, the Ohio State defense. When you look at what Michigan has done in the run game, even with Bryson Coastal last week, how confident or not confident are you that Michigan will be able to do what it wants to do, at least to some degree, in the run game against this Ohio State front?
This defensive front is special. You got guys on the D-line. You got guys on every level who are great players and great leaders as well. So you got Curry on the D-line, then you got Styles, you got Reese at the linebackers, you got Downs in the secondary. So this is going to be a tough matchup for Michigan for sure, especially with Matt Patricia, all the different looks that he cooks up. But Michigan, man, this in Ann Arbor, they're not scared of Ohio State. Mm-hmm. They run the ball well. I think you add the ability of Underwood to be able to run as well, whether that's in the drop back passing game, scrambling, a few design runs, staying ahead of the chains. I think if they stay ahead of the chains, they stay in third and manageable, and they keep moving the chains, that keeps that offense on the sideline, and that plays into what Michigan likes to do. Mm-hmm. They like to run a football, they like to play in a football, a low-scoring football game, and they have the ability to do it. But it's going to be a tough challenge, but we thought the same thing last year, and they were able to do it. So this year it's at home with a quarterback who can throw the ball, and an offense who is probably better than it was, definitely better than it was a year ago. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to seeing it.
Last one for you. Everyone talks about the Bryce Underwood and the Michigan offense against Matt Patricia. No one seems to be talking about Julian Sayin against Wink Martindale.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that matchup?
Well, Wink was my D coordinator when I was at the Ravens, and he's always going to cook up some different fronts, some different packages, some different pressures. And I think it'll be paramount for them to make Julian Sayin uncomfortable. Get to him, affect him, obviously stop their run game, which they've struggled a little bit. Bo Jackson has had a couple great games back-to-back, but Wink is a great D coordinator, and they have some great players on their defense as well. So I think it'll be paramount for them to get pressure on Julian Sayin and make him uncomfortable. And I know Wink's going to cook up different looks to give him some problems.
Awesome. Thanks,
yes, sir. Yep, no problem.
Yep. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.